Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman YouTube channel and welcome to the first time in Liverpool, which is where my studio is. Now we're in the Journey studio today and we've got Nick in the chair. How you doing, mate?
Very well, sir.
Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah.
Cool, so what is the plan? What are we doing today?
We're cutting hair and donating it to charity.
Nice, okay. So what are we doing with the cut? What style are you looking to go for?
I thought of, you know, Brad Pitt from Fury? Mm-hmm. I don't know if my hair is too thick for that, but...
He's got quite thick hair from what I can imagine. Yeah, I've never cut his hair before, but I would imagine he's got very thick hair. But yeah, I mean...
I can show it to you.
Okay, cool.
Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have seen this haircut many times before.
You probably have,
yeah,
but
let's have a little look
but I've never done it, so...
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Something like this, that is slide a bit onto the back.
Yeah, okay. So very undercut and brushing back. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Either that or my haircut from a while back. Okay. It's like this. Just
so a bit shorter.
A bit shorter and kind of I woke up like this kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, they are two very different haircuts.
I know. So what do you think?
I mean, you are a complete blank canvas. You can't. I mean, you could do both. That's the thing. It's more a personal thing because this is such a big deal. Then if we take it down to something that was like you've already had before, then obviously it's like what you're gonna have done. It's more of a personal decision if you'd like to go for something so it's like quite extreme. I know it's not as extreme as styles you see nowadays, but it is quite an extreme haircut to go for when you've had something like what you've got right now.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you'd prefer to do. Like,
I don't mind. That's the thing. Would you think you can pull it off?
Yeah, I can pull any haircut off. Yeah, but it just depends on whether you'd be comfortable going for something like that.
I would. Yeah. If you think I had a shaved head before.
Okay.
Yeah. I do this like every 3 years. So every 3 years, long hair, shaved head, and vice versa.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, if you'd want to give it a go, then I mean we can definitely give it a go. Because we're donating it, we're going to have to do something quite different to the way we cut it.
Right.
If we're doing the original haircuts that you originally had, we're going to probably not cut an awful lot off, and I think we won't be able to donate it. That's my only worry. So if we're doing the Brad Pitt one,
yeah.
If we do the Brad Pitt one, we'll be able to donate. We'll definitely be able to donate it. Only because I've got to still have hair left.
Right.
Because when you're doing something like a medium length haircut, you don't cut it to that length straight away. It has to be layered into that haircut.
Oh, okay.
So we have to leave a bit more length in there to be able to cut it in, you see.
That's.
Do you get what I mean? So if you want to definitely donate it to charity, you better go in as short as you can.
There you go.
You get a better off.
There you go. Let's do something that I haven't done before. So.
Let's do the Brad Pitt. All right, cool, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
And it's so cool that you're doing this actually. So.
Yeah, man. I think I love doing these. Well, it's all coming off, man.
It's like a lion's mane, yeah.
Yeah, it really is, mate. The difference in it when it's brushed out, it's like doubles in size, doesn't it? Look, it's literally doubled in size. So how many? You said you've done this 3 times already. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or 4 times since 2016.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is genuinely amazing. Have you told anyone you're actually doing this actual haircut or?
No.
Nice. So what was it about the Brad Pitt one that you liked the look of then? What made you think
I don't know, because I never wore an undercut before.
Oh, okay.
No, never. So, and...
Got a little bit of one now though, underneath here.
Yeah, but that's just...
Very small.
Yeah, that's just because of the summer.
Oh, okay, on the neck and when you tie it up and stuff, yeah. And this is you're going to make probably a couple of people very, very happy, mate. I'll tell you
that's the intent.
100%, mate. But it's great that you're doing this haircut though, because like I was saying to you at the start, going for something like what you've always had before, you have to leave a bit more length in it, only because we've got to cut it into a medium length shape.
Don't worry about it.
And that's what people don't realise sometimes, like it's not as easy just to kind of cut it off and donate it when you do try and give a nice hairstyle at the end of it as well. Not trying to be, we never try and be awkward, we always love doing the charity stuff, it's just sometimes it isn't the most, the simplest of things to do, unfortunately, but this is absolutely ideal, so.
Don't worry about it. I reckon that's more than 12 inches, right? Or around there.
I've got a tape measure somewhere.
Don't worry about it.
No, I think you're good. Yeah, that's at least 30 centimetres at least. I think so. Yeah, I reckon you'd be fine with that. Yeah, 100%. Let me just get all these tied up and then I'll just make sure it's definitely going to stay there. Right, I'm going to clipper these, right? I think I'm going to take these off with the clippers. Ready?
Off it goes.
Off it goes. Let me
yes, sir.
Do this. I'll do this side first.
Ow.
There we go. And that's the perfect length for our Fury top as well.
Let's see.
See?
Last time I felt really emotional.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's It's quite a big thing to do.
Yeah, it's been part of me for a while.
100%.
Yeah.
Remember the first time I did this maybe about 20 years ago. I went so close to the bobble, I cut through the bobble and all the hair fell out everywhere.
Oh, that's funny.
Wasn't my finest hour, I'm not gonna lie. Right.
You can make a mistake.
Last one?
Yeah.
I only just started cutting hair as well, so.
It's like cutting a tree.
I was gonna say, I think I've cut off more hair just off your head than I've done all week. There we go, man. There's a lot of hair. Let me just go and get the hair one sec. Look at that. Look at the length of that. Yeah, you're definitely getting away with that. Look at that. Right, so what we're going to do now is going to get this washed and conditioned, and then we're going to start with the cut. All right. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to start with the haircut. So the first thing we do is we get the undercut sat in right. So if you think about Brad Pitt's, if I just grab my phone and we'll have a look at some other angles of this haircut as well. So if you're ever thinking about if you're ever trying a new haircut out, by the way, Nick, go on Pinterest. It's fantastic. Yes, you see every angle you can ever look for. So we put in Brad Pitt, probably comes up hair, Fury, there we go. Fury haircuts, clearly it's a popular haircut. Even got a diagram of how to do it. Oh shit! I'm not going to look at the diagram, but that's essentially what you're going to do there. But there's a load of different angles of it. Yeah. So as you can see, it's very high up. You've got a good face structure. You've got a very lean face. It's going to look really good for you. Okay. Cool. His hair texture is a little bit straighter than yours, but don't worry about that. We can sort that out.
Come on, man. He's the best looking guy in the world.
One off. Yeah, one off. I mean, there's quite a few nowadays, isn't there? But you know, he's up there. He's definitely up there. He's old school, isn't he? But yeah, this is the sort of thing we're going for, right? That kind of very high and tight kind of undercut on top as well. So we need to leave it. That's always the most iconic image, isn't it, of Fury? So if we're looking at that, that's how high up we've got to go. Got it. It's not too far off a Jack Grealish haircut, I guess. You know what I mean? Just a little bit more harsher. But yeah, cool. Let's do that. Sweet. So I'm going to look at the face shape for this one as well, because I still want to bring the face shape into this. It doesn't mean because we're doing a creative haircut, we don't have to follow the face shape as well. So if you have a look, very strong diamond face shape on Nick. Very prominent cheekbones coming through here as well, coming out to the temple and then coming into a point and working right up. So as you can see, the rocking motion on the ridge there as well. Very diamond like that. So with this, we can get away with keeping some length. I think a bit more length on top would be great for this, but we still want to work quite high up on this one as well. So are you happy to go down to the exact same length as he's gone to on his haircut as well? It's about a 0.5 on the sides and the back. Are you okay with that as well? Yes, sir. Sweet. So there we go. So we're going just over into the hairline slightly there. So we're going to do this all the way back. So do one side there, and then we'll level up and match the other side. But again, this haircut is about symmetry. Okay, it's got to be symmetrical, because if it isn't, it really doesn't look great. Yep. And we don't want that. You've got such a strong push on this left-hand side. Yeah. That literally is fighting me to stay where it wants to go.
Yeah, it's been like that for like years.
I can imagine.
Decades.
Decades, yeah, probably decades, yeah. Right, so bring that all up. Now, through the crown at the back, it's shaved very high up as well. So again, we need to work on that too. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna work across the back. Now again, I don't want this to be too high. I also want it to be too low, because this can really alter how it looks from the side on view. And again, this haircut's such a visual haircut, like it's very prominent, very obvious, very kind of, you know, I'm pretty sure when you get this done, it'll be someone going, oh, you've got a haircut like Brad Pitt from Fury. It's a really iconic kind of haircut. From a film that wasn't actually that popular, I don't think. But the haircut was the thing that kind of stood out most in this film, I think. There we go. Just wrap that around. Just keep that out of the way. Well, that is perfect. So you're essentially doing like a horseshoe section. You're just working the clippers right up to it, essentially. But what I'm doing in this as well is just work a very, very loose fade within the sides and the back. The half will go to our here, then we'll do a 1, then we'll probably work up to a 1.5 up to the line. Got it. That's what we'll probably work to. All right. Right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Let's get the 1.5.
Yep. Just tell
ready to go, yeah?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Cool, man. So 1.5 on. And then use the comb as your guide to come up and off, so you don't shave into that top bit. That's how you get a nice line through there. Now from this point onwards, I'm going to drop this down slightly, okay? I'm going to do some manual blending into that bit there.
Dan, you're very gentle. Do you mind if I fall asleep?
Not at all, mate. Feel free. Feel free to. I'll make sure I don't join you, all right? So tell me, what made you decide to sort of start donating your hair? What was it that sort of made you do it every 3 years or so, like you said?
Yeah, it's kind of boring to have all the same haircut all the time, right? So there's a band from Scotland, Biffy Clyro.
Oh, Biffy Clyro, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And the lead singer said you can donate your hair. I'd never thought it was. It's because it's not marketed.
What a man using his platform for good.
Exactly.
Hey? That's awesome.
Exactly. So I tried to emulate, and as you saw, I have quite a bit of hair, and yeah.
It's an understatement, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then I just you can. You know what the best thing is? That you don't give money, but you give a part of yourself.
100%.
Yeah, so I kind of like that.
I love that.
Well.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's just hair, right?
Exactly.
It grows back,
exactly.
right?
Exactly. And come on, if the kids or whoever is struggling with hair loss, the least I can do.
100%, mate. 100%. Especially when you've got so much. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it doesn't take you a lot. It doesn't cost you a lot to do. That's what it cost you, a train ticket to the studio, right? That's what it's cost you, even if that, you know?
Yeah.
So in a way, it's what a lovely thing to do.
And also finding the people who are on the same page and the same wavelength.
Yeah,
who want to do this as well.
100%, man. I think it's such a lovely thing to do. And there's so many people who benefit from it as well, isn't there? You know what I mean? Like you said, you can just grow it back out again, but you can't always get wigs that easily and that conveniently neither. You know, especially for where you're donating it to as well. What a lovely charity to do it to as well. I think there should be a way where we can try and all the hair we've cut off in the day.
Exactly.
There should be a way we can try and put that together and figure out a way to give that to charity as well. Because the amount of hair that literally just goes in the bin.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It really is.
The best part is the kids are actually donating for other kids.
Yeah, that's great.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
man, that's
I saw
amazing.
that. It's lovely, isn't it? A lovely thing to do. So I've moved on to my one guard now. And I'm working over in and up, just to work into that 1.5, like so. And then going down into my 1. And working up into the 1.5. An open guard, which is our 0.5 or half, whichever way you want to describe it. Leave it open. And then up and off. And just use the head just to work up and off. We're not going for something that is like absolutely, you know, world-class photographic competition fade. We're going for an army, marine, war-torn haircut, right? That's what we're going for, aren't we? So how's it looking so far, mate? What's it feel like when you look at yourself?
I don't recognize myself. It's been so long. It's been 2019.
Have you told your housemates by the way that you're doing
No.
this? They're gonna think someone's robbing the house today.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an interesting conversation when you try and get in the house, especially if your key doesn't work today when you get back.
Oh my God.
Bloody hell. Or they might go, God, is that Brad Pitt from Fury?
Oh,
There could be that as well, you know. Right, so first bit done. Now, I'm gonna just push the edges in now. And then we're gonna work on blending this little bit back in and then cutting in the top and the shape. So again, I'm not gonna do any sort of like strong detailing or something. I don't wanna turn this into a haircut that it isn't meant to be. So I don't wanna shape up the hairline and all this sort of stuff. We just wanna keep it as close to Brad Pitt's as possible. Just strengthen it up a touch, just get rid of them little baby hairs. I'm not looking to put it in. I don't want to make it look like Jack Grealish. That's the thing, because this could easily turn into a different haircut just by adding in the detailing, which again is not what we want to do. We want to go for that. You'll get the best effect if we copy the photograph. That's the way I see it. Again, we're only going for a very shallow blend, right? So we're not going for anything that looks like a perfect fade or something like that. We're going for that very sort of heavy undercut, so we still want to keep some of that blend at the back to work down to. Keeping that head shape at the back there so we can layer down into it. So Nick, what other hairstyles have you had along the way then? So when you've donated before, what have you done on the last haircuts that you've done?
I've done just a short. I've done a GI Joe once.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Nice.
just completely shaved, completely egghead.
Egg.
Yeah, cone head.
Like a marine,
Yeah, exactly.
like super high inside.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, this is the next step on, isn't it? Really, yeah. I think this is what was before the modern marine. I think this haircut, isn't it? You know, so you've kind of gone back, bit of Benjamin Button style. I think you're going further back in time here. You know.
Yeah.
That's cool. What else?
Just a short, like a normal haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, and twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that one that you showed me that you were and ahhing about whether you do this one or the other one,
yeah.
Was that like what happens when it grows out?
Yeah,
Is that what you get to when it grows out? Yeah.
Because I don't. That happens if the GI Joe grows out because you don't.
Yeah. Oh, nice, right?
You don't do anything to it, and that's what happens. It's actually pretty fast as well.
I was going to say, so how long after you got it cut did that go down to?
A couple of months.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very, quite quick. The only problem is I'm gonna be cold now.
Yes. Well, you'll definitely need a hat, I would imagine. But you know, not for the haircut, just for the warmth. Right. So, I'm going to show you a really cool way of getting this haircut cut in very quickly. So, what I'm going to do, take a section from the front across all the way like this, right? All the way out from that front hairline, right across, right? We'll work that in from the hairline into the middle like that, right? And just isolate that, because that's where we want to keep as much length as we can, because that's where a lot of the haircut comes from. It's just through this little point here, right? So you can see it's working through. How I do this haircut is start straight down that middle bit. So from where we've put our section into the front, separate it down the middle, and I work everything to the back of the crown here. Separate that here. So it's a bit like doing a crop fringe, just for the crown. Very simple. So we do create a T section at the back, and we cut to there, right? So take our section. That's why it's always good to keep that little bit of blend at the bottom. Lift it up, there's our guide, and we cut. Now, a little bit of tension, not too much. We don't want the hair to flick right back up. So if you let go, we don't want it to jump straight back up. We want it to sit just heavy. So I'm holding it with enough tension that it just sits in my fingers. As you can see, I'm keeping everything straight. I'm not working around the head, because then that would turn it into a V. We don't want a V. We want it to be straight along the back, just like that. Now that just layers it longer to the front, but we get that connection through the back, so we get that Fury haircut, okay? But just enough tension that it falls in the fingers. get that layer in. You can really hear how thick Nick's hair is like that. The sound of the scissor, can't you? You can hear it really, really fighting against it. Does not want to be cut, this hair, man. So again, you want to keep cross-checking, just making sure it's all staying in. There we go. It's all pulling into that point. It's all sitting back. Right, last section now. So we get to our front. Pull this over, okay? Right out.
Sorry.
That's all right, man. Don't worry.
Just pull it forward.
Are you falling asleep there?
No, yeah, a bit.
I think that's what it was. I don't think it was actually you actually falling. I think I was just pulling your head because you were asleep. There we go. And then we just want to just double check and just use our fingers to check and make sure it falls at the same place. There we go. Now that sits completely isolated to everywhere else, right? Now, what I'm going to do now is come across like so, because we've layered the haircut in, like that, coming from where his new fringe is, like so. And to give it a bit more movement, to make it look a little bit more textured from this section, diagonal angle, I'm going to razor it so it falls, so it thins it out and it falls a little bit looser as well. Now once we've laid it in, coming from our diagonal section, we come across like this, and we cut to blend. So we've built all that layering up there, and now pull it out, and we cut this little middle bit here, look, see? Got a little guide. Pull it in. Cut to match. And finally, straight down, pick it up, and we balance straight into the crown. Just like that. We're trying to maintain as much of that length at the front as we possibly can. Graduate into the back. Undercut now, we bring that right up. We work straight into the front. Same again here now. Pick that up. Work into this corner. Just point cut the ends. It all connects in. So where the bulk is so thick, the hair is, what we're going to do. Just going to slide into this bit here as well. Just to give it a bit of movement. There we go. And that, my friend, is your haircut done. Okay. Now, when it comes to styling, always apply product when it's towel dry, when it's wet. Okay.
When it's wet.
Now, I would probably say pomade is great for this as well. A pomade product is great. A paste is really good as well to keep the water in there. The main thing you want to do is keep it looking wet. So pomade all the way or a paste all the way. That's what I would suggest. Okay.
All right.
This is going to give you more of a kind of wetter finish. Okay. Mm-hmm. Especially when you apply it wet. So it builds elasticity and it retains the moisture as well. So it's going to keep it looking wet. Okay. Spread that into your hair. Like this. It's got a nice strong hold, but again, for yours, the hold, it's not really there because it's cutting. So all you need to do is make sure the hair falls into place, which it does. It's been cut into this shape, okay? So just make sure you bring it all the way back and you run your fingers. So you don't want it to look perfectly neat. You want it to look almost kind of weathered a little bit anyway. And you just do that. Bring this bit over to one side and then work it through the blend at the back. And that's pretty much it. It's got to fall out a little bit. It's got to look a bit loose.
Got it.
And that's it, man. That's all you do.
Yeah.
How'd you feel?
I feel There's something missing.
Yeah, I think it's 3 years worth of hair that's missing, to be honest, mate. Yeah.
It's insane, bro.
I know. It looks good, doesn't it, man? Looks good. No problem at all, mate.